Hey everybody, Joel and Jeremy here. It is your games of the month for May. And it may not feel like it, but baseball season is here. Amateur town team baseball is here. It's always a fun time when opening day comes here, which is just about here.
Yeah, it's a great time of year, especially if you're a town ball rube like I am. I'm really looking forward to it. And it's a special year too, Joel. It come the last 2 weekends of August and Labor Day weekend, we have the 100th edition of the state amateur baseball tournament. Lots of special things that the state board has planned, and of course, it's always fun when it's in our backyard too. We're talking Delano, Dassel, Cokato, and Litchfield. It's going to be a very fun time, but before we get to that, we've got a full summer of baseball, and it should be a whole lot of fun. And we've got some local area teams that are hoping for an opportunity to be playing Labor Day weekend and maybe even win a state championship.
We certainly do. And this season we'll have 2 leagues on the air here again. We got a couple of North Star baseball games. We got to have a bunch of Crow River Valley baseball games. Let's start off on the North Star League. Last year it was Hutchinson and Delano. Delano was the league champs, Hutchinson second. I kind of see those two fighting again here this year. What say you?
Yeah, I think that they're probably the 2 teams to beat. We kind of go on that, always kind of follow that traditional trajectory, and those seem to be the 2 teams. Now, that doesn't mean they aren't 2 teams that have maybe been a little disappointing by their standards over the past couple of years. Talking about Hutchinson, I think at least, Joel, the last 2, maybe 3 years, they've kind of always been one of those 8 to 10 favorites that we say when the bracket comes out. They haven't necessarily lived up to those expectations. They're lacking a few of those deep. Now, you got to go back to 2019, give them credit. They were playing deep into that one. In fact, losing in the state championship. But the last couple of years, I feel like they think that they've maybe even been a little bit better on paper than that 2019 team. Then on Delano, last year was the first time, Joel, since 2015 that they had made it to the second weekend. That just seems really odd to me when we think about some of those great Delano teams. And who's going to be the rest? You never know how Loretto's going to fare. You never know. Is DC, they struggled a little bit last year. Are they an up-and-coming team? We know Litchfield has, some of those great arms. How much would they love an opportunity to be able to play in a state tournament as a host? So, the North Star always creates, we always talk about Region 12 being one of the best in the state. They very rarely disappoint. Should be really another exciting year for them.
Now, over on the Crow River Valley League, you got the Watertown Red Devils, which had a heck of a season last year. And I know there's going to be a lot of teams that have a say in this, but until somebody knocks off Watertown, I think you gotta put them towards the top.
I think you do, and not just in Region 7 in the Crow River Valley League, Joel. They're one of the top teams in the state of Minnesota, and a deep roster has even gotten deeper. The Blaine Fusion folded, a Class B team. 2 of their guys from the Blaine Fusion actually live in the Watertown area. They're both on the roster this year. 2 huge additions. Watertown played in the state championship game 2 years ago when it was in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. Last year, they made it to the state semifinals before bowing out to Buckman. This is a team that they're looking at this right now, and they're in it to win it. And they look at this as an opportunity. We've still got that point system. And Joel, if the Watertown Red Devils make it to the state tournament, they're likely going to be a B team in 2024. So really almost extra pressure for them. Same could be said for the Waconia Lakers, a team maybe like Hutchinson a little bit, Joel, that has had all of these great regular season accolades. You saw Hutchinson up close and personal, 10 running, 7 out of 9 games, I think, last year in the month of June or something ridiculous like that. Waconia was doing a lot of that too, and they just haven't really gotten over that hump when it's gotten to state tournament time. They're another team like Watertown that if they're in the state tournament this year, they're probably playing Class B next year come 2024. So I think Watertown and Waconia are the 2 with maybe the most urgent needs. The one to keep an eye on is a new team to the Crow River South, and that's the West Tonka Waves. Of course, Teddy Peterson, former GSL product, Mankato State player, kind of the guy that is getting things going over there at West Tonka. They're new to the Crow River Valley League, and they make that north, an already very difficult north, with Watertown and Laconia just that much tougher. It's going to be a really, really fun year. And don't forget, you got Young America. They're still up in Class B, so it's going to be another year until they come back down to C. So those might be your three teams to really, really watch closely. And everyone always kind of sleeps on the Plato Blue Jays too. Don't. They're back. They're really good. I would say they're the favorite in the South.
Those games you can tune in. You can find our complete broadcast schedule, kduz.com and kglb1310.com. And we will see you all at the ballpark.